Hey everybody, thanks for watching today. This is Keith Walker and I'm here with a couple exciting guests, Jason Smiley and Farnaz Tehrani, and we are going to talk about something really exciting that happened around AB 1033. So if you're not familiar, AB 1033 is a new law put into place in California that allows a homeowner to take their ADU and separate it as a condo, both the house and the ADU separately, and sell them both individually. So a little breakdown. The lot isn't split in two. That's a pretty cool thing about this. And the primary residence and the ADU become legal housing units separately. So that's a really cool piece on this. Each unit has its own separate title, separate financing, and separate property tax bill. So it is a great piece that's been put in place for affordability in the state of California. You've got to establish an HOA to have this together. You have to have a formal shared maintenance agreement as well for like driveways, roofs, any shared utilities. And then you have to have a formal condominium conversion map. Say that 3 times really fast. A formal condominium conversion map. So you have to have that with the county recorder's office. It is not a statewide mandate, so it's not available anywhere. Some cities like San Jose and San Diego have already adopted it, and others are still trying to figure out how to get through the logistics of doing it. So for you to take advantage, just make sure that your county and city have a local ordinance that allows it. Let's dive in because I want to talk to you about the very first transaction that happened in the state of California under this new regulation. Farnaz from the Walker team and Jason Smiley here from Chase Mortgage. I don't know why I have to look at that to know that because I already know that and it's on your shirt. But they're here and they have literally created history. So I'm gonna ask you guys both a couple questions, and if you don't mind sharing your experience, that'd be very exciting. So Jason, how does this particular transaction differ from like a normal condominium purchase?
Considered a condominium, but it's different in that it's detached, in this case at least. Sometimes an ADU might be attached, so that might be a different story, but in this case it's a detached condominium. But anything that's considered a condominium from a lender's point of view has to be reviewed. You have to review the HOA, you have to review the insurance, and make sure it meets Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac requirements. In this case, this property doesn't have anybody above, doesn't have anybody below. You don't have to be banging on your roof to quiet somebody down. So it looks and feels different than a typical condo where you'd usually have one on top of the other. You'd have somebody sharing a wall. In this case, it was completely separate. But the way that we look at it from a lending standpoint is we have to review that HOA and make sure it meets all the requirements.
Awesome, cool. It's very unique.
It is.
Right?
First of its kind in California.
First of its kind. I love it. History in the works. Farnaz, I was going to ask you a question, but I'm going to throw you off and ask you a different one. I'm just kidding. So tell me, how did this change the opportunities and options for this particular home buyer?
For my buyers, they didn't think what they wanted was possible in their budget. So instead of compromising, they found a home that checked every box they asked for.
Oh, that's cool. So that was nice. And so were they able to find something similar to that in that price range, or did this just create a whole different opportunity for them?
In this case, for example, they wanted 2-bedroom, 1 bath. They didn't want any neighbors beneath them or above them. And they really wanted a washer and dryer inside the unit. And we were having a hard time finding that. So whatever we found, it would go above their budget. So finding this unique piece of home, like Jason says, feels like a single family home. And the nice thing about it is there's no HOA fees, even though it's a condo. So that was just more than they even expected.
Oh, wow. So it's a true case in improving affordability for somebody.
Absolutely.
No,
yes.
That's awesome. Cool. Thanks, Farnaz. Jumping into that same thing, Jason, we just mentioned, how does this make housing in California more affordable for people?
So if you look at the sales price of this particular house, condo, if you were to compare it to a detached single-family home, something that's somewhat comparable in size, room count, you're probably going to be paying around double what they paid for this particular house. So that means your down payment is half, your monthly payments are half. So it drastically reduces the overall cost for home buyers, and it really helps first-time home buyers get into the market. It's a good starting point for a lot of people.
And I'm assuming it probably also has an impact on property taxes too.
Sure, yeah, property taxes would be half as well.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So telling somebody that, hey, you can buy what you want for half of what it would normally cost, that's pretty cool. That's affordability, for sure. So Farnaz, since this was the very first of its kind, what kind of hurdles did you run into in the process?
The biggest hurdle was that there was no established roadmap. So we faced challenges with the parcel and property tax separation and the existing loan issues from the original purchase where the seller bought. And I spoke with multiple lenders who said that they could not do this. And before connecting with Jason, and of course, he did the magic. He was with us every step of the way and made it happen.
I noticed, Jason, as soon as she said we connected with Jason after dealing with all these other lenders, she got a big smile on her face, which says a lot about what you pulled off. So number one, you said it took a while. So a normal transaction's 21 to 30 days. How long did this take?
I think it takes almost 60, 65 days.
Okay, 60, 65 days to get it done. So, but it got done. Did you have any issues with the title company or anything?
No, we didn't.
No? Okay, nice and
Everything
simple.
went smoothly at the
Okay.
end.
I think from the time that we got started, it was a little bit over 30 days.
A little bit over,
But
okay.
the overall process, trying to find the right lender from your beginning, took a lot longer because you have to find the right fit as far as the lender goes.
But for you, it was done. You just nailed it.
Within pretty close to 30 days, yeah. No problem.
All right, nice.
Well, before that, we were working with another lender.
Another lender.
And another 30 days there.
Yeah, and that didn't work out. We know the other lender had complications. What kind of complications did you incur? You know, the obstacles that you ran in the way, and how did you get around them?
In particular, the property taxes not being reassessed, we were able to overcome that because our condo underwriters were able to just assume what the property taxes are going to be, which is not an easy assumption to make for underwriters. They usually want to see that things are set. They don't like unknowns, but in this case, they were able to overcome that.
Okay, so we didn't have to wait typically for the county to do its
Right.
6-month process. It was boom. Here we
Yeah.
go. That's all. That's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that's why Chase had a little bit of an advantage on this particular case where other lenders might not have been able to do that because we've had this such huge volume of condos that we've seen. So our condo team has a bit of an advantage there. Yeah.
That's very cool. So advantages go a long way.
Yes.
No doubt. We know this is the first sale of its kind in California, period. Congratulations, by the way, for pulling it off, both of you. How does it feel outside of helping this buyer get something affordable? How does it feel to literally create history?
Wow, absolutely. I'm honored to be part of the first sale of its kind in California. What makes it meaningful is my buyers were able to purchase their first home without compromising what mattered most to them. And they're so happy.
And it's like a little badge of honor at the same time. You're like, hey, nobody else will ever be able to say they were the first at doing this.
That's
so
huge.
that is Farnaz.
Thanks.
Heck yeah, that's so cool. And Jason, seeing this and what happened, how does this pave the way for future transactions like this?
Well, thanks to Farnaz's persistence, now we have precedence. Now we can go in and we know what questions to ask. We know what works and what doesn't. It just makes things a lot easier, especially with us. It's already in the system. Our condo team has seen it. They know the challenges that we came over. It's going to be easier on the next one.
You mentioned persistence. If I were to look in the dictionary under the word persistence, I would see both of your photos under there. That much I know about both of you, so that's pretty cool. One last question for both of you, because you both see it from different sides. How does the new homeowner feel?
They were very excited that it went through. They're getting a house, essentially, for half the price. I mean, they were really excited to get into their first place, and it wouldn't have been something that they could have done without paying exorbitant HOA dues or having neighbors next to them. This gives them some privacy, and they were very excited. And I've been doing this for 24 years now, and there's a few transactions along my career out of thousands that I've worked on, and there's a few that stand out, and this one's definitely special. A pleasure to help.
The buyers are so happy and excited, and seeing their excitement and knowing they didn't have to settle makes all the hard work worth it. Thanks to Jason, doing the magic.
Nice job, you two. That's fantastic. It's great to watch this process and have it happen. And the precedence is set. AB 1033, it's real, it can be done, the proof is right here. So thanks everybody for watching. And if you need to know how to pull anything like this off or any special loan programs, or you need the right agent to guide you through the process, whether it's buying or selling, Farnaz, Jason, right here, we've got you covered. Thanks so much for watching. Let us know if you have any questions. If you think anybody could use this, share it with them as well. And we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.